Welcome to The Edit with your host, Vivian Cole. Brought to you by Vogue Media Agency, the podcast where branding, visibility, and influence are curated with intention. Each week, we cut through the noise to explore strategy, storytelling, and what it really takes to build a brand that's seen, heard, and remembered.
Welcome to a special episode of The Edit, brought to you by Vogue Media Agency. I'm Vivica, seating in for Vivian Cole. This week, The Edit is proud to participate in Podcasthon 2026, a global charity podcast initiative taking place March 14th through March 20th, 2026. During this powerful week, podcasters from around the world are dedicating episodes to spotlight nonprofit organizations and causes that are making a real difference. I'm thrilled to be joined by a visionary leader in community empowerment and cultural preservation, Kamu Hutchinson, president of Despers USA Youth and Culture Association. For years, Despers USA has been more than just a dynamic Steelpan ensemble. It's a community-driven nonprofit that celebrates and preserves the rich heritage of Caribbean music, inspires young people through immersive arts programs, and builds leaders through teamwork, discipline, and creativity. Through unforgettable performances, events like Panorama, and student initiatives, Despers USA brings people together, fosters pride in cultural identity, and opens doors for youth to grow, both as musicians and as individuals. Today, we'll explore the heart and soul behind their mission, the culture that fuels their success, and the impact they're making across communities. Can you share the origin story of Despers USA and how the organization's mission evolved into the youth and cultural powerhouse it is today?
Well, it originated from a few guys came up from Trinidad, migrated from Trinidad to America, and they came together some 50 years ago and decided to form basically the offspring of Desperados in Trinidad to what it is now, Despers USA Steel Orchestra. They started just as a hobby, and it prolonged, and then kids come in and the different generation came in, and then we decide to actually form officially an organization, to enhance and our culture, basically to enhance our culture and promote our culture and pass it on to the rest and the youths that's coming up as they were younger and we are younger, and, pass on the culture, basically.
Steelpan music is at the heart of your work. How do you see this art form inspiring youth and connecting them to their heritage?
Well, it's very inspiring and connecting because one thing about music is infectious, and then Steelpan music is another form of infection, and just being able to do and what our ancestors did before, the struggle that they went through. It wasn't easy. A lot of our parents wasn't able to basically learn the Steelpan music because of the negative connotation it had with the original people who really started it was, as they say, badgers and criminals, who was the people that formed it. But it was more than just that. It's just a way to express emotions and feelings through music and sound. So that's what we're trying to capture and follow the ancestors, and then create and enjoy what they enjoy doing, and then pass it on as we go along.
What are some key values or cultural principles that guide the work and community culture at Despers USA?
So part of it is personal development. We don't look at it that way, but overall, looking at once you come and you start playing the instrument, you develop creativity, you develop leadership. These are the roles, and it, not just in Steelpan and just in regular life, basically. Learning how to be on time, to be accountable, sharing, understanding is not just you alone. It takes a group effort. Create community as a family.
Your student programs are widely celebrated. How do these experiences help young people develop leadership, confidence, and life skills beyond music?
Yes, because we create and try to foster an environment of family and teamwork and showing the youths that not just in a band aspect, with the band aspect, it will lead into your everyday life. So with your job, you have to get to your job on time. You have to listen. You have to understand. You have to communicate. You have to share. And these is part of the foundation of learning when we teach. So once you join the band and you in the program, it's something you have to understand is you have to be focused. You have to pay attention. So that will help you in your day-to-day life, whether it's at school, whether it's at work. You be accountable. We foster and we create and we allow people to facilitate their imagination, because music is more than like more fostering and capturing your creativity and your imagination, because to song music is you painting a picture, a musical picture, so somebody could listening to what your thoughts are and your expressions on the instrument. So that's part of it, and it transition into your regular day-to-day life. Learn how to communicate, learn how to express your thoughts clearly and for people to understand. So that's part of it.
Can you talk about a moment or performance, maybe Panorama or another event, that truly captured the spirit and impact of Despers USA?
So it's several that comes to mind. Well, one of the moments is when we do the workshops and send out information, and the reaction we get, like with people, a lot of people parents who have children, they came up from the Caribbean or whatever, they never know where or don't know where and how they could have their kids learn to play the instrument, because they always wanted to play. And when we do workshops and stuff and they come out and you see the joy on the parents' faces when their kids are learning, their children are learning. And with our programs that we do, the Learn to Play programs that we do, and at the end of the session, when they perform for their parents, just seeing the joy on the kids' face when they performing for their parents, and seeing how their parents looking proud of their children playing, that really captures it for me. That's the idea. So we know it's like, it's not going to stick with us. It's not going to stick with the other generations. They fall in love with the instrument and fall in love with the culture of it. That's what really sticks with me.
What role does community support play in sustaining and expanding your mission? And how can listeners get involved? Through events, donations, or other ways?
Yes, well, the community, we rely heavily on the community, because without the community, there is no us. And because we create environment for everybody to come and just enjoy in a safe space, a clean environment, with the community support financially, they're supporting the events, coming out and having their children join the programs to sustain it, with the different events. When we do different events, we could be basically on Instagram, on our website, despersusa.org, Despers USA on Instagram, just to see some of the events that we do and have the community come together to support, because without the community support, we are nothing. Community support and community donations, whether it's donate financially, they support us when we do fundraisers that pays the bills, basically, to keep it in motion. Most of us do it as thank you, because that's for the love of it. But for the most part, a lot of businesses outside of us, they don't really accept thank you. So we encourage the community support, and we welcome the community support.
Looking ahead, what are your biggest hopes and goals for Despers USA's future, both artistically and in terms of youth empowerment?
Well, we artistically, one of the things we want to do, and we're looking to do it, we want to basically take our band back to Trinidad, back to the roots, just to touch down and perform where our ancestors is from, just to give that moment, like that's a real moment, like this is where it started. This is the mother band, and this is one of their many offsprings. That's one of our goals. we're looking for support and sponsorship for that goal. And basically for the youth, we create, because right now, the youths, there's not a lot for the youth out there, and we having our band to create this a safe space for the youth to come and be free from all the negativity that's in the streets right now, and just away from everything else, just like an escape, even if it's for a few hours a day in the summertime, where we could foster productivity and productive youths and productive members of the society, then cast assertion of no good kids and stuff like that. So that's basically the future for us, expanding into schools, into our own summer program, expanding our summer program even more from the youth level, youth panorama, the youth level, and then the big panorama, the New York panorama, and then even year round, because it's not just the summer, just creating an environment for year round positivity and exploration and development, and even have them gain the necessary tools and equipment to even for their future, college and what have you, in their jobs. That's the plan and the mission. Well-rounded individuals. You can support us at www.despersusa.org. There's links there where you could support. If you want to book us, despersusa.org. You can see a lot of our engagement on Instagram and Facebook at DespersUSA. We accept multiple form of payments, multiple form of contribution. Just check us out at DespersUSA.org. That's the main place you could check us out and see everything that's going on with us.
Thank you so much, President Hutchinson, for sharing your passion, vision, and the beautiful mission of Despers USA. It's clear that beyond the music and performances, this organization is shaping futures, enriching culture, and bringing communities together in meaningful ways. To our listeners, if today's conversation resonated with you, I encourage you to support Despers USA by attending a performance, exploring their student programs, or making a donation. Visit DespersUSA.org. You'll be investing in youth development, cultural preservation, and the transformative power of music. Stay tuned for more inspiring conversations, and keep celebrating creativity, culture, and community.
Thanks for listening to The Edit with Vivian Cole, brought to you by Vogue Media Agency. Be sure to subscribe for more insights, share this episode with your network, and join us next week for another conversation on building brands with clarity, confidence, and impact. Visit voguemedia.us.
Vogue Media Agency offers comprehensive services to help small to medium-sized businesses, faith-based and nonprofit organizations, content creators, and entrepreneurs establish and grow their online presence. Focusing on website design, landing pages, social media management, podcast training, branding, weblog creation, and public relations, Vogue Media Agency provides a convenient one-stop solution for clients looking to elevate their digital footprint. What sets us apart is our personalized service and niche expertise. We are your marketing consultants. Contact us today.
To contact Vogue Media Agency, call 212-470-2730 or visit voguemedia.us.